Page 440, number 32, an application problem with substitution. We are supposed to decipher the information here and then try to solve, how many of each type of tube they rent. So the key in a word problem is picking out the important information. We've got two types of variables here. We have cooler tubes, put your pop in, and then we've got person tubes. Okay, so now we have to find out what's going on here. It's $15 for a person tube. So to figure out how much we spend on person tubes, we'd have to take 15 times however many person tubes we buy. And then we'd have to add the cost of $7.50 times the number of, I guess I don't need the zero there, times the number of cooler tubes I get. That's going to be the total amount of I spend. And they tell us we spend $360. So there's one equation. The second equation comes from the fact that we use 26 tubes total. So if I take my person tubes plus my cooler tubes, that's 26. If I'm going to solve this using substitution, I need to get a variable by itself. Top P, top C, bottom P, bottom C. Make your life easy. Okay, try to find one that you only have to do one step. And I can do that right here. I could solve for this P, and I can subtract C on both sides. So now I get P is the same thing as 26 minus C, which means I can take 26 minus C, substitute it in for P in the other equation, so the top equation becomes 15 instead of times P. And when we use substitution, put it in parentheses. It's the same thing as P, plus 7.5C equals 360. From there, we just got some algebra. 15 times 26, that's going to be, what, 390 minus 15C, if we distribute to each piece, plus 7.5C equals 360. If I combine these two like terms, I've got 390. Negative 15 plus 7.5 is negative 7.5C equals 360. A little fence posting, that's minus 390 on both sides. Gonzo, negative 7.5C equals negative 30. Divide by negative 7.5 on both sides. And we get the number of cooler tubes. Notice I didn't use X and Y because at the very end I wouldn't know what X and Y represent unless I wrote myself a little note. I used P for person tubes and C for cooler tubes, which is kind of helpful in a word problem. Negative 30 divided by negative 7.5 is 4 on the nose. So I've got 4 cooler tubes. If I want to find the number of person tubes I rented, remember here's an equation. You go back to one of your original equations. Person tubes is 26 minus cooler tubes. So 26 minus 4, we got 22 person tubes and 4 cooler tubes.